Waiting for the top. There we go. Hello, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on with you guys for the next 4 weeks or so. I started off, you're only the second reading I've done, and I started off thinking I was going to do the last 2 weeks of September to try and keep it in a nice, neat monthly package, and it's just not happening, Aquarius. So I'm just going to go with it. So it's the rest of September into October-ish. Okay, so that will be what this time frame is. I'm going to ask, the highest vibration of cosmic energy that I have access to bring through divine messages and guidance for Aquarius. For anyone who resonates with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or otherwise, for the next 4-ish weeks in your highest good. So I'm going to start with this beautiful Divine Feminine deck. And what I have here is a Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine deck, and then a my Sacred Traveler deck to balance the two. Okay, so we're going to start with the Divine Feminine and do the left column. We're going to stick with our 9-card grid. I really am liking that. And then that also will create one of the Sacred Traveler cards will be the center card of the grid. Okay, I feel like this is like crooked a little bit. Okay. All right, so let's get this grid going for Aquarius, please. Spirit in their highest good. September, October. I will tell you that October is bringing kind of more shakeup while humanity decides what it's going to do. Okay, while humanity decides what it needs. Oh, my deck was upside down again. Oh, damn. Of course. Of course. Seriously, Aquarius. Your first card of your story is Kelly. Destruction and creation. That's exactly what's going on right now. We're in the destruction phase. We're in kind of we're not even there yet. We're at the beginning of the most destructive phase. Is that right? We're at the beginning. We are beginning the destruction phase because we've been just kind of, fiddle farting around and leading up to it. So yeah. So Mother of the Universe. And then you have my Miao Shan. I hope I'm saying that right, with a beautiful white tiger. Holy cow. I can't wait to get to that because that's going to be a really great guide. And then Green Terra. But, this is going to make the left column. We're going to, weave the story. So the Divine Masculine deck I have, I wish it was called Divine Masculine. I was saying, somebody please make a Divine Masculine deck that's called Divine Masculine. Because this is what I could find, but this is a very beautiful Divine Masculine deck, the Viking Oracle. So we are going to get that out and see how the cat just came in and opened the door. Cat. All right, let's get this grid created so we can begin the story. Miao Shan is like eating an apple, I think. We're going to get to that. I love that you start with Kelly. Seriously, Aquarius. So this is the age of you. Like we already know that, right? This is the age of Aquarius. Those who were aware, those who were getting peeks into the future, the timelines and everything, have known for decades that we were coming to the end of the age of Pisces, right? And coming into the age of Aquarius. And so you guys are running the show in a way, right? Your energy collectively as Aquarians is really kind of dictating what is happening in a way. That does not mean it's your fault. Because now everybody's like, oh my God, this is awful. We are co-creating, right? We are co-creating all of this, not just Aquarians, but you guys are definitely, your energy is very prominent in this journey right now. Okay. So we'll just say that. If I can get, these are new decks. So if I do, I'm going to set them aside. I happened to glance at the bottom of the deck and it caught my attention. So I'm going to set him aside and see if we need him later. Oh, yes. You guys, so you got 39 and 40 and then 42. So we skipped 41, but I love that you got 42. I love that you got 39 and then 40. Forward movement. Let's fill in this middle column and get this center card with the beautiful Sacred Traveler deck, okay? So I love this deck. It's very balancing. It's very direct with messages. So let's do it. Number 12, really. And you know, I don't know that there is any, you know, that anyone has ever said this, but this is the card that kind of jumped out at me that was on the bottom of the deck that is not part of our grid, but we're going to see if we need him. He might be the finishing card because number 12, and I don't know who this gentleman is. I'm still getting to know this deck, but I'll look him up. But number 12, I feel like is kind of a divine masculine number, whereas 13 is the divine feminine, right? Anyway, that's just what's coming through. It may not have any, you know, basis in any spiritual practices, and that's fine. It does not matter. 12 does break down to 3, so we could use it that way too. All right, let's get going. So Kelly is your first card of your story. I'll show you as we work through the story. And she is armed. Like she is beginning to slash away at this reality, right? The destruction has begun. I hate to tell you that it's just begun, but it has just begun. Okay. Now, that said, it is not going to be as, I don't want to say, it's not going to be as scary as we think, okay? A lot of the fear that we're feeling about what's going on right now is our own fears of the unknown, our fears of, you know, some people may be afraid of where the world is going right now. Some may be afraid of who's going to be in charge, right? And it doesn't even matter which side you might be on, right? If you are on a side. And so, sorry, I'm sitting on a yoga ball. I swear that's the yoga ball. It's my leg scraping the yoga ball. And so to begin your reading with this is just proof that the Aquarian energy is setting the tone for what era we're in right now. And we are in an era of destruction and then creation. Not just destruction. Kelly is not just destruction. It is also creation. That's why she is the mother of the universe. She knows when it's time to end one phase and begin the next. She knows when to get off the stage and then when to create the new coming in. Okay, it looks like she's got like a severed head. I actually really like that. Let's see. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. Okay, Aquarius, this is for you. I hope you're listening. The mother of the fucking universe is telling you that it is time for you to let go. Okay? It is totally time for you to, and I know a lot of people are, and this isn't coming through as Aquarians, you know, necessarily so strongly in general, but for whoever's listening, this is coming through for you. There is something you are holding on to for dear life, and it's time to let go. Okay? It is time to release your grip, or the universe is going to tear it away from you, and it's going to really, really suck. Okay. It's going to really, really hurt. And the universe doesn't want to cause us pain, but when it sees that it is going to get us to where we need to be, you know, moving us toward nirvana, moving us toward the new earth, the new 5D reality, then it's going to do things like that. And if you think of it, you know, more linearly, Gaia is already in 5D, and the more we try, and she's moving forward, and we're just flies on the horse's ass. Okay. Not to say Gaia is a horse's ass. You know what I mean? We're just flies hanging on. Okay, we're along for the ride and she is already there and we're being asked to catch up energetically. And if we can't do that, we're either going to no longer be able to exist here, individually, each individual has to choose that, or we will be strong enough to exist, but everything we have known that cannot exist in the new energy anymore is going to be torn from our hands. Okay. And so what I want you to do is set an intention over the next couple of weeks that you are going to let go of whatever it is you're holding on to. It is most likely something big. Okay. So what I'm getting is a job, a place that you live in. Okay. A town, state, whatever. There's some attachment. So really look at, like, let's, for an example, let's use, let's say you really are attached to where you live. Okay. Let's say that it's your childhood home and you still live there. And you feel a responsibility to the people there. Maybe you have a lot of family, a lot of old friends, a lot of people you've known for forever. But you know that on some level, you know that is not where you need to be. And you have got this fire under your butt to move, to go somewhere else. But all these people, they'll be so disappointed and they'll be mad at me. Okay. Time to fucking let that go right now, Aquarius. Time to let that go. Let that shit go. Because this is about you and your mission. And the longer you hold on to other people because you feel responsible for them, or they're going to be mad at you for moving, you are not only hindering yourself, you're hindering them. You're hindering their journeys too, okay? Let me take a drink. It's late, you guys. I can only do my readings like late and my throat is usually about done for the day. And then when I'm tuning in, it's just so much coming through. Okay. So, and that's just an example. For some of you, it may be, I think every sign's going to get this. It's time to let go. It's time to let go of the big stuff. Okay. We're holding on to jobs. We're holding on. Here's the thing. We have these fears of, well, I can't lose this job or I won't be able to provide. Okay. Think of it this way. The universe is stepping in and saying, this job is no longer serving you. And if you don't walk away right now, then I'm being the universe. Okay. If you don't walk away right now, I will find a way to get rid of this job for you. Okay. And honestly, if you can avoid that, do. Because that's kind of a last resort. The universe is I would say the universe has pretty much had it with our wishy-washiness and our dragging our feet to let go. But really what it is the universe is like, I don't want to rip this from you. Please, 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 please intentionally, work on your healing journey so that you can let go on your own. Okay. So look at why. I think, I don't have to tell you, Aquarius, it's going to be different for everybody. What you're holding on to, you know what it is. Don't shake your head. You know what it is. It's the one thing that popped into your head when I said time to let go. Okay. It's this big thing that you're like, oh, I can't let go. You have to. So you know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. But it's something big. It's something that has served you for a long time and it just doesn't anymore. And it's holding you back. Okay. So set an intention, reach out to somebody for help. Everybody knows somebody now who does these kinds of things, right? Energetic healing, Akashic healing. I don't even care. Somebody that you feel you can trust, who can help you through this. Okay. So Kali, because Kali's coming. Kali's here. I'm sorry. Kali is here, you guys. And look at this. She's literally holding a severed head in her hand. And she's even got, like, it totally looks like she's got blood around her mouth. Like she means business. And this is not coming through as a war energy. Okay. She has begun to take down the old. She's already begun. And this is what you're holding on to. Okay. And what she's telling you is if you don't let go of it, then she's going to have to use her sword and sever it from you. And it's going to feel like you're losing a limb. Okay. You'll survive. I know you will. But if you can avoid that path, Aquarius, come on. So, and she means business. Like, this is everything that is no longer serving us is going. Okay. She's going to kill it, for lack of a better term. She's going to destroy it. She's going to annihilate it. It's going to no longer exist. Okay. Because then she comes in and lays the foundation for new creation for us. Okay. Kelly is beautiful. All right. But right now, she's definitely coming through as that destruction energy, because that's what needs to be done for us to build this new reality. So let's keep going for your story. So that's the big thing. We haven't gotten to the core center card yet, but this is the big thing. It's interesting because you got a very similar center card as Capricorn. It's beautiful. It's going to set the tone, but I'm going to get there. So yeah, and it's time to be the truth of who I am. You cannot step into your mission. You cannot truly be who you came here to be whilst holding on to the old stuff, okay? Old people, old places, old jobs, old things, old situations. It is time for you to let go, okay? And I know this is scary. Believe me, I'm being asked to walk away from a lot right now, okay? And it's hard. It's hard. And I'm slowly doing it, but I definitely kind of feel like the universe might have to do some ripping in my situation. So I'm not judging, I promise, Aquarius. I'm just saying, man, if you could avoid this path of Kali coming in and severing it from you, then, just do your best. Do your best. And if you will know if that's what you chose. Seriously, Kat. Go out then. Stop opening the door. Okay. The cat butt in my face all the time. Okay. Oh, goodness. Usually she hangs out, but she did not want to today. Your next card. I mean, this is a beautiful follow-up to, okay, destruction. Then guess what? Infinite abundance is coming through. Okay. Abundance is pouring into your life. The second you make the decision, it can even maybe be a process and take you a little time to actually let go, but you have to look at what you're holding on to, because I know you know what it is, and you have to look at it and you have to say, okay, I'm ready to let go. It still might take a little time. It's going to be a gradual thing, right? You're going to be letting go of, how in movies, the rope starts to break and it's one little bing, bing, one little tendril at a time. It's okay if that's how it happens. But as soon as you make the decision to do it, and the universe hears that and feels that and believes you that you are intending to do it, that you're ready to do it, whether you feel ready or not, then infinite abundance can flow to you, okay? And it's not going to look like, I apologize for my fingernail. Sorry. It broke earlier. I haven't filed it yet. I'm probably going to stab myself a few times before I remember to do that. Interesting that 2 of these cards have apples on them. Isn't that interesting? And what's funny is I was seriously just thinking about names of things, how interesting names of things can be. Like, for whatever reason, I was thinking about Venmo, which is a payment app. How if you just switch the O and the M, it's Venom. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I thought, Apple, like, why would you name it Apple? What does that mean? It makes me think of Adam and Eve. It makes me think of the shame of Eve, right? Oh, Eve was the sinner because of the apple, right? That whole storyline. So that might come through for us. But look, there's apples. They're in an apple orchard. They're catching them in that sheet. And it's definitely representing abundance. And it's not just abundance, but it's like abundance on a whole new level, because this could be anything. And a lot of times what I see on cards that will scream abundance is corn, ears of corn. That is abundance coming through. You get apples, which to me is like a higher vibrational food. Okay. So take from that what you will, but that it's a higher vibrational abundance coming in. So it may not necessarily mean money. Okay. But I want you to be open to abundance in all forms. Okay. It could be a new friendship. It could be just all of a sudden a shift in your energy and a pull to eat differently. It could, if I want to take it literally with the apples, right? Just let go of expectation and allow anything that is abundance to come to you. Okay. And I'm telling you, the second you make that decision, okay, I'm going to let go. I'm ready. And you even put it out to your guides and say, I know I need to let go of this. Please help me because I want to. I know that I need to, and I'm ready to start the process. You don't have to be told, like every time I say I'm ready, I feel all the Aquarians going, no, I'm not ready. So just say that you're ready to begin the process of letting go. Tell your guides that, tell the universe that, put that message out there, and this abundance will come through. Okay. So then we've got from this Divine Masculine deck, interestingly, that you got, I believe it's the same as the three fates, the three sisters, 39, the Norns, because it's three women that have their eyes covered and their backs to each other like they're kind of one entity. So I want to kind of look this up really, not kind of. I want to look this up really quick. 39, I don't know why I have always loved that number. It is 13. It's divisible by 13. 3 times. So isn't that interesting? 13, 13, 13, divine feminine. 3 divine feminine women. Let's see what it means. The fates. So it's the fates. Yeah. It is the Norse version of the fates, the Norns. Okay. And it's number 39. If we want to break that down, I kind of don't want to, but we could, and it's 12, which breaks down to 3. But it's 12. If we stick with 12, it's 12, like this one that came through, that popped out at the end, right? Yeah, so this is just confirming that you are going to be going through this process of letting go, that you're ready to start the process. Focus and energy must be put towards a task if it is to be successful. So again, success, is kind of depends on your definition, right? You're going to get through this. If you consider getting through it successfully as Callie coming in and chopping the head off of the thing that you are having trouble letting go of, then go for it. Then that is also success. But what I think this is coming through and saying is that the fates are on your side on this. Okay. The fates are even coming in to help you let this go, because the fates are like watching us going, what are they doing? What are they doing? And they're like ready to cut, they got the threads, right? Like we're going to cut that timeline and we're going to cut this timeline. They're really, I always kind of feel like the guides coming through are frustrated with us, but I know that that's more my energy because they are eternally patient. So don't ever think that. Well, you can think it because it's kind of funny to think. I'm always like apologizing, and Archangel Michael's like, "What are you? We're good." So let's see. Okay, I know this is all kind of. Yeah, so these deities weave the destiny of each new baby born. Okay, so the 3 maiden Norns. Urder is what was, Verdandi is what is, and Skuld is what will be, okay? So when babies are born, they visit each child and bestow upon them their fate, which they carve in the form of runes into the tree of life, basically the tree of destiny, right? The tree of life. Okay. While it is, this is interesting. Let's read this because I don't want to, While it is tempting to look at the Norns as similar to the fates in the Greek pantheon, the Norse did not see fate as unalterable as the Greeks did. Instead, they saw fate as malleable, subject to the will and energy of the individual and the forces of their environment. That's beautiful. So they're not in charge. They're just guiding you. That's the Norse belief for these 3 deities, these 3 divine women is, they're they're guides. And this is super important too, because Aquarius is a very masculine energy to begin with, I do believe very connected to Poseidon, to Neptune, right? The planet. It's a very masculine energy. And so to have this come through in the masculine deck is very important. You have a very strong divine feminine force guiding you. And because your energy is setting the tone for this entire era we're coming into, it's very important that you're also bringing with you the divine feminine. So a lot of you may feel like you have a very well-developed masculine side, whatever this looks like, right? But this is kind of a reminder that you have these divine feminine guides that are always with you, that are always guiding you, that are coming through very strongly as well. Because without the feminine, the masculine is just jumping off the cliff over and over and over again with no plan. And while that's cool sometimes you don't have a plan, but the universe does, you can't just keep doing it. Okay. The feminine brings the planning, the creation, okay, what are we going to do? Why are we jumping? Okay. Is there a point to jumping, right? It's kind of the plan. I just want to make sure there's nothing else that I want to take from this. So basically the difference is between this and the fates is free will. You have free will. Okay. So they're kind of telling you too, again, you can choose not to let go, but the energy right now is moving us forward so quickly and so profoundly and so matter of factly. It is happening. There's nothing we can do. That if you can't let go, you're either going to not come along, which I'm not. If you're watching this reading, you're coming along, Aquarius. I mean, come on. But it will be torn from you. And so I know that doesn't seem like free will. What I'm trying to say is how you go through the process is all up to you. The energy just won't allow some things to remain in your life. And I know that that this thing that you are holding on to has started to reveal itself as not serving you anymore. Okay. I know this for a fact. So just, you got this. I'm not going to worry. We're going to keep moving. So I am almost positive that this is an apple in this card as well. In the Miao Shan, the Princess of Mercy, giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. I love that it's on the heels of this one, because I do feel like they're versus the fates where they're they're apathetic and they just do their thing. And when they're ready to cut your life thread, they cut it, right? Or whoever, the one cuts it. And they don't have any emotion about it. Whereas this is saying the universe is alive. The universe has a soul. The universe is caring and compassionate. The universe is unconditional love. And so there has to be allowance for free will in that, because if the universe was just, no, we're in charge and you don't even know what's going to happen and we're just going to, well, you're going to die tomorrow anyway, so whatevs, then all of this would be pointless. Okay. So I like that. Mercy. Just remember to treat yourself with a lot of grace and mercy. Like, I feel like a lot of us are beating ourselves up right now for maybe not doing enough, I should have done that a month ago. I should have, I haven't started this yet or that yet or whatever. I'm going to repeat something that I often say that I heard from Phil Good, who is on YouTube. Phil Good, that is his name, PhilGood. And he said in one of his videos, if you were meant to be somewhere else right now, you would be. And that is so fucking profound that it gets me through the day sometimes, because we are exactly where we're supposed to be in every moment. So if you keep beating yourself up about, I should have made that decision a month ago, you're living in the past. You're holding on to that regret. Okay. And it's not serving you. So forgive yourself, let it go, know that you are exactly where you need to be. If you'd made the decision a month ago, you'd be in a different place. And that's, you would be meant to be in that place as well. And so she's also bringing through a beautiful divine feminine energy. You have a lot of feminine coming through, even in this masculine deck. And even look, this is even from the masculine deck is the Valkyries, which is the feminine, seriously. So there's a lot of, because I do feel like Aquarius, you come through with so much natural masculine energy already. This is definitely a lot of, just looking at the whole grid, is a lot of feminine energy coming through. Just know that you are really, really fully supported by this energy, even when you're in the masculine more so, and balance is coming, okay? That is super important too. I definitely want, like, this is even because the apple, because she's eating that apple. I'm going to say it's an apple. I can't really discern as far as the artwork because I don't know that apple trees grow, because it's a very, Asian kind of looking, I don't know, it doesn't matter. We're going to go with apple. And that's bringing through the abundance again, the abundance on a whole new level. Okay. Abundance where you didn't even, so here, let me try to explain it. So when we think of abundance, we think, oh, a nice house, a nice car, nice things, money. We forget about the other forms of abundance, people who care about us, people who would take us in a moment's notice, which a lot of us are kind of thinking about right now, right? Just, what if what if what if humanity chooses to go down this dark path a little farther because they need it, and we need a place to stay. Okay, we're thinking about these things, right? And so I do feel like this apple coming through again is telling you, you are always going to be cared for. You are always going to have what you need to get through. Okay. It may not look like a mansion and a brand new car, but it's going to be what you need. Okay. It's going to get you through. So here's your center card, Aquarius. Begin now. Take your first step. Very similar to Capricorn, which was a new door opening, new path. Go for it, right? Step through the door. I do feel like this is going to be much like Capricorn. It's coming through as a very methodical, intentional path that's opening up, okay? Would you stop opening the door? This cat, seriously. All right. I don't know. It's just coming through as very calm energy. There's no rush. This guy's not like running out the door, right? He's probably going to turn back 6 more times and wave to his beautiful wife and his kids there, right? Because he's not in a hurry. He knows where he's going. He knows when he needs to get there. He knows exactly what to expect along the way, right? He's good. And this is, of course, you on a deeper level, right? And maybe not consciously, but your soul knows you're going to be fine. But it's okay to be methodical about it, to be cautious, and to take one step at a time instead of skipping steps and jumping ahead and running and sprinting or whatever. It's okay to walk. Okay. It's okay to walk. And I get it. This is going on around you. If we look at this as collective energy too, but this is definitely telling you you've got something new that's coming in the next couple of weeks. And, when you let go, right, of what's holding you back, the new abundance you could not even imagine. I feel like it's abundance where you'll be like, oh, that's okay. Like I never thought of that as abundance before, but now I get it. And it's exactly what I needed. Okay. And that's where you're going to be. And then to remember that you do have free will, that you do get to choose the way you travel this journey. And if you need to experience that, whatever you are holding on to being ripped from you, then you need to experience that. So don't ever beat yourself up for the experiences that you have chosen on the soul level, because your soul knows, oh, I'm going to lose my hearing. Your soul knows that you need it for the growth for some reason. Okay. So just try to roll with the punches, try to go with the flow, try to ride the waves so that they don't pull you down, because then you're just fighting. Okay. Let go of resistance. Let go of resisting the resistance. Just let go of all expectation and just try to be and try to float along, while at the same time, following your heart and taking these intentional steps toward your next life, your new life. I don't want to say next life because that sounds like you die and whatever. I mean, the next step in this life, which is going to be a new life. And that's what this is saying. And so whatever comes through, you may not be there yet. Whatever comes through once you set the intention to begin the process, or to set the intention of letting go of this thing that's holding you back. Okay. This is the kind of the anchor of this reading, is there's this thing that's holding you back because you're holding on to it for dear life. Okay. Once you make the decision to let go of it, then a door is going to open for you. And what this card is telling you, obviously, is go through that door. You don't have to wait. And look at this guy. You know what I love about this card is he's going. His wife and his kids aren't going along. We tend to try to pause our path when we sense that the people that we love aren't where we're at yet. And that is only hindering you and them, okay? They have stuff they have to deal with yet, clearly, if you are a little bit ahead of them on this journey. You cannot wait around for them to be ready. Even spouses and kids. Sorry. Now, that doesn't mean you're abandoning anybody. What it means is you're still following your passion, and you're going to take steps that might affect them. And you're worried that it's going to affect them in a negative way. And what I need you to know, what the universe needs you to know, is this card is telling you it's okay to go on. It's okay to keep following your own path. They're going to still be there. You know, obviously kids and spouses, unless the spouse is what you're holding on to, right? So I don't want to misspeak, but, apply this where you need it. The people that are meant to be in our lives will be there. The people who aren't won't, okay? And believe me, I have had to process a lot of this when it comes to my kids. I have 4, and the thought of me just going and not, because we think of it in the 3D, in the physical. I'm like, well, I can't just leave. Well, me following my path doesn't necessarily mean me moving out of my house and leaving and going somewhere. It means me making time for me during the day, okay? Making time for me every day during the day, making time to do things like this. This is my passion. This feeds my soul. Doing these readings, okay, it's one of the things that feeds my soul, and I'm getting better at it, making time for me to do the things that I need to do to follow my passion, that I need to do to step into my mission. Okay, I have gotten much better about doing that, and it doesn't mean that I am leaving them in the dust and I'll never see them again. That's not what it means. It means that we need to stop living for everybody else and really tune in and really start to be selfish. Selfish. You have to be selfish, because that is how we find our sovereignty, okay? Self-care, self-love, selfishness, okay? And yes, we have people to take care of, right? I get it. You can still do that as long as you put you first now. Okay. So yes, I still have to cook dinner and clean the house and do the laundry and wash the dishes. But if I have a choice between coming in here and doing this, or, oh, I should do the dishes, I'm going to do this now. The dishes can wait. Okay. Dinner can even wait. The kids are not going to starve if it's an hour later than usual, right? Things like that, little like things in the physical world. I get it. We get bogged down by these have-tos, right? But it is time to put you first and to allow yourself to follow your path. You're not, well, put it this way. We have to follow our own passions right now. And if it does mean that certain people are going to fall out of our lives, then that is meant to happen. And again, if you don't do it, it's going to be done for you, okay? And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So let's keep going. 40. I love the name of this card. The Thing. Isn't that a superhero? Isn't that the Fantastic Four? The Thing. I have to look this up because I have not pulled this card before, and it's hilarious. Excuse me. So 40 breaks down to 4. 4 is foundations, building new foundations, which totally makes sense after starting this new, kind of newfound passion for your path, for your mission, where you're going to be really moving forward and listening to your heart. Then you've got this kind of, I feel like there's collaboration maybe coming through. That's kind of obvious, right? But a lot of this energy too that's coming through is you really beginning to tune in and embody and get to know yourself and your higher self and your own intuition and your own connection to source. Okay. So this is you shaking hands with you, right? And that's one of the messages, but the thing, guess what the first line is? Make a firm decision. While Norsemen had a reputation for being savage fighters and raiders, they also had well-established rules for settling disagreements and upholding their laws. So I think I hear a horse like whinnying out there. What is that, Isis? Do you hear that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, so this talks about a decision made not hastily. Okay, so I like this coming in after this center card of, okay, start down this path, stop hemming and hawing and do it. And don't worry about how we have to believe that us following our passion is only going to be a positive influence on those we love, on those around us, okay? The people that we're worried about leaving behind, they need to see us following our passion. They need to see you doing this. They need to see you unapologetically walking your path, no matter what it means for them, because that's going to show them that it's okay for them to do the same thing. Okay, especially if we have kids, super important to teach them that lesson by doing it, okay? Teaching by example. And so this thing coming through is like anything that might be, and I feel like this is, again, I'm definitely feeling like this is with yourself. It's coming into in the same row as this mercy card, right? I said have a lot of mercy and grace for yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You are never doing it wrong. Okay. You are always, and again, that we have free will, but you're never doing it wrong. That is a horse, isn't it? What's going on out there? That's a horse that sounds like she's in distress. And that worries me. But that's it. All this external stuff too is messages, you guys. So the fact that it's happening during your reading is interesting. I'm hoping it's okay. We have a bunch of horses in the neighborhood on our street. Okay, I think she stopped. My favorite two have been gone for a long time, so I'm trying to think of where this one would be. My cat's just bathing in the window. Not a care in the world. Screw the horse, right, Isis? So this thing coming through that is about you, I'm just going to let the cards speak to me because the book kind of confused me, but why it's called The Thing is interesting. Because the book talked about, settling disputes in the Norse tradition, and how it wasn't what we might think it was. It wasn't necessarily the harshest punishment was the instant, decision, just because of their reputation. They wanted the people that they were punishing, I can't think of a better word, to learn the lesson, right? And so I feel like this is coming through more as more of you. Here's the raw and real truth, Aquarius. For some of you, you might resist letting go. Okay, you might need to experience Kali coming in and ripping this thing from you. Okay, you might, in fact, I would say if you are in so much resistance of letting go of this thing that you have to let go of, if you really think it's going to kill you to let go, then make it okay in your energy, in your head, in your heart, that Kali comes and does it for you. Okay. And that these beautiful women come and help you and guide you through it. Okay. So, just be okay with that, I guess, I think is the message here for a lot of you. It's like, I know it's really hard. You guys, I know how hard this is. This is, I thought when I first had my awakening, I used to call it my complete and total mental breakdown, right? Mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, everything. I was abruptly disconnected from the matrix is the phrase that I use. And I thought that would be the hardest thing I've ever done, is staying here, rebuilding myself and figuring out who I am, and realizing that I'd been living in a coma for 42 years. And boy, I was so wrong. But the thing is as hard as this phase of this process is right now, is I now have a more solid foundation of trust in the universe and trust in the process. Whereas when I first began this awakening, I didn't even have an awareness of that. I just felt so lost, and I was just floating through space aimlessly, and I couldn't control anything, and everything was falling apart around me. And now it's like, okay, now I know the things that feel like they're falling apart are really falling away or falling into place. Okay. The puzzle is coming together for us, thanks to these lovely ladies, thanks to Kali, coming in and destroying what needs to be destroyed, including our unhealthy attachments to things. She's going to come in and burn everything. And you guys, fire's coming through very strong for the collective in general. It's time to burn everything away. And so what the message coming in with this thing is, yes, you may decide to choose that path where you're going to allow Kali to come in and pry it from your grasp, and be okay with that. You're going to survive it. You're going to be fine. You're going to get, she's trying to get a moth. It's a moth outside the window, and she's trying to get it. You're funny, Isis. He's outside. You can't get him. Because I'm trying to get and the mercy comes through twice, which is really good too, because for me, that's coming through as self-care, 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 self-care. Treat yourself with a lot of grace and mercy, and take care of yourself. Okay. That's going to get you through a lot easier, even if you cannot let go on your own. Okay. It's okay. Kali is here to help. Okay. She's not gentle, but she's here to help. And what this is saying is, it's okay if you choose that, okay? Because you're going to be all right. You're going to learn that lesson, and you're going to be okay. You might need to check that box. I'm trying to say this as gently as I can, Aquarius. I hope it's okay. There might be more with that thing. I feel like I'm not done with that yet, but who knows? Okay, so the next one you got was the Green Terra, and she is gorgeous, right? Look at that card. The Buddha of Enlightened Action. You guys, this is kind of you finally being free of this thing. I'm not going to say letting go, because I do feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be prying it from your grasp. Okay. And that's okay. That's okay. You're going to be all right. You're going to kind of free fall for a little while, and it's not fun, but awareness is everything. Okay. Trust the process, trust source, trust the plan, trust the universe, trust yourself, that you would only have chosen this path if it was best for you, okay? If it was leading you somewhere that was worth all of this, okay? I promise you that's what's happening for all of us. And so this beautiful enlightened action, like seriously, this is you being free. Finally, it's the kind of the last step of you being free of this thing, okay? Because then you will be able to, and this whole begin now, whatever you're taking the step on here, I think is coming through here. You're going to be able to take these steps. Now you're going to be able to take these steps with an even more enlightenment, with more enlightenment, more clarity, more confidence, more courage. So even though this is the Green Terra, she's also bringing through this masculine energy of confidence and courage and strength and action to go. Okay. Because that's what this is to your core. It's interesting that you got so much divine feminine energy, right? But your core card is a masculine energy of moving, of doing something. Okay. And whatever you choose to do, and again, it doesn't have to be, but for some of you, whatever you're taking the steps toward here, that's what this enlightened action is coming through for as well. The same thing, okay? The same path, the same gift, ability, the same career, whatever you want to think of it as. If you have always wanted to write, and you've always written on the side, and you just are really feeling the pull to just write and be like, and hermit for a while, and just write a book, and you already know what the book is about, and that's what you start doing here, then likely you're going to get a lot of channeled information about that book here. Okay. That's what's coming through. That's just an example. It could be, I want to start a spiritual practice, or it could be, I just want to learn Reiki, or it could be, I want to learn how to play the drums. Okay. Whatever it is, that is leading you toward something that feeds your soul, even on a bigger level. Okay. And this Green Terra is coming through. And again, it's interesting because we've got the same flowers too. I forget what they're called. Cherry blossoms. We got some cherry blossoms back there. And then it looks like she's wearing, they might not be cherry blossoms, but that's okay. We're going to take it as it's whatever comes through as the message, right? I feel like it's a repeat of this mercy card again and the cherry blossoms. And remember that this whole process is getting you to a rebirth of some sort. You're going to be blooming in a whole new area, okay, of this earth, of this reality. You're letting go. I feel like for a lot of you, Aquarius, you are letting go of your entire current life. Everything that has defined you for 10, 20, maybe even more years. That's what you're being asked to let go of. And again, that doesn't necessarily, like for some of you, it's packing up your family and, and embarking on a brand new journey. For some of you, it's going it alone for a while. And I can feel your fear, Aquarius, when I say that. I can feel the fear that you're like, I can't just walk away. I know that you have to, okay? I'm not telling you to leave anybody, right? I'm not telling you to leave your family. I'm telling you, what you have to walk away from, okay? And you're going to do it and you're going to be fine, I promise. And the other people that you think are going to be completely broken by you following your heart are going to be fine, okay? They need you to do this for their own growth as well. Even if there are some negative emotions between the two of you for a while, it's going to be in both your highest good, I promise. Okay, so let's see what else Green Tarot has for us. My soul informs me every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Damn it, Aquarius. Please start following your heart for me. Do it for me. I love you so much. Please take those first steps. You may not be here yet, and that's okay. If this terrifies you, you're not there yet, okay? And it's all right. But in the next 4 weeks-ish, you're going to feel this. And you're going to be like, I think I need, like an opportunity maybe will present itself. And you may hesitate because you're in resistance, because you're thinking of all these other people your decisions affect, but you're going to know that this opportunity is what you've been waiting for. Take it, okay? Take it. I do what my heart compels me to do. Again, the world, everyone you love, everyone who knows you, everyone who is going to be a witness to you following your heart is going to benefit from that, okay? Aquarius, I need you to follow your goddamn heart. Come on. And look at this next card. I feel like it's just all these beautiful women just in all their glory. Like look at how they both have this just light behind them, okay? And this lovely lady, just this bright light behind them. And Kali, I'm not going to show because she's got like a fireball behind her, but it's the same concept, right? It's like definitely inspired divine energy supporting them, okay? And look at this, mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you. Now, this could come through as saying that you are going to be, and I think all of us have come here to heal, but some of us are healers through, like I talked about the drums earlier, right? Some of us are going to heal through starting your own band, writing your own music, making your own songs, creating your own songs and putting them out there. That is going to be how you heal. And some of us are going to literally heal by learning healing modalities or channeling your own healing modality and helping other people heal on their journey. Like literally healing trauma and healing emotional baggage and all that kind of stuff. That's what I do. But I also feel like, because I'm a classically trained singer, that I would love to kind of marry that in somehow eventually. But at the same time, I think, okay, even though this was my very first passion as a kid, and it still is my number one top passion. Whenever somebody asks me, I don't even have to think about it. My number one top passion is singing. But, I've kind of come to a place where I'm a writer as well. Writing feeds my soul. Writing is more of I don't want to use a negative word, but it's more of a compulsion. If I don't write every day, I feel off. So I have to write. I came here to write. Whereas singing is kind of what I do to unwind to reset, to ground. Okay. And so I've come to a place where I'm like, you know what? All I really want is to be like part of a fun band and, perform and do it all just for fun and not have it be a stressful thing, not have it, worry about how am I going to pay the bills with this. I just want it to be a side thing. So that's just a message that came through that I think, your deepest, biggest passion may not necessarily be your mission here as far as your livelihood or as far as how you're going to help other people, okay, in this world. But healing energy flows through you, this beautiful little owl, lots of wisdom and ancient souls coming through to help you, and also telling you, if you have owl as a guide, then you are an ancient soul. You are an old soul, a very wise soul. And this is you remembering that. Okay. So whatever way you have come into this life to help others heal, this is you really stepping into it in a whole new level. I mean, this is, okay, here's the first step, right? And then, again, you're going to need to be reminded, I think, that it's okay to do it your way. Okay. It doesn't have to, and you don't have to always choose. I think another important message too is, just because maybe you've chosen the rough path in the past, that doesn't mean you're doomed to be on the tough path forever. Okay. You can choose the easiest way through, but you have to go through. You can't go around, you can't go under, you can't go over, you can't just ignore it and stand there. You can't do that. Okay, but you get to choose whatever you need. Okay, so I mean, this is you really, really coming into some divine, what was the one that was divine inspiration? I can't remember, but it doesn't matter because this is just more divine inspiration coming through for your mission. And I think that's beautiful. Just another confirmation. So last card, again, another beautiful divine feminine with light behind her. It's not as obvious, but I can see it. She's got the sky back there. So she's got her raven, a very strong Norse. The raven is like the Norse version of the owl guide coming through. Okay. So you've got two very wise, old, ancient energies coming through that are telling you, what you came here to do on the soul level. Trust your soul. Trust your soul. And every day make decisions based on what feels right here. Okay. And I'm even talking about what you're going to have for breakfast. It does. If you start tuning into your heart and intuitively putting into your body what your heart wants, putting into your mind what your heart wants, right? You're on the right track. Like that is really going to train you then to do everything from your heart. Okay. And that's super important too. I do feel like 42, first of all, beautiful number, comes through as, if you think of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 42 literally means whatever you want it to be. That is the definition of it, which means you can create, now that you've got this divine inspiration, now that you've got this amazing, motivation to follow your heart like never before. Now you can create the world and your life the way you want to do it. It can be whatever you want. That's what 42 means. Okay, I'm not even going to break it down because 42 is very magical all by itself. And yes, the Valkyries were warriors, right? They were Norse warriors. I do want to look her up because I'm just interested what the Yeah, it's all about letting go of others' expectations and just knowing that you are going to succeed in what you came here to do, okay? It does talk about kind of fighting and everything, and that's not resonating with me for you right now, Aquarius. In fact, most of us are being asked to set down our arm, to take our armor off, set down the swords, set down the weapons, and just come together and unite, okay? And hold hands and sing Kumbaya and whatever else we need to do, right? To get to this next level. We're done fighting each other. That has been created for us to keep us from ascending, okay? And they can't keep us from ascending anymore. We have moved too far. We have ascended. We are ascending despite all of their efforts, okay? And they may keep trying to confuse us and distract us. And more people are going to be like, no, I see that for what it is now. Like, don't you see through our bullshit meters are like on high alert now. And I can see the distractions coming a mile away now. And as I'm sure you can. And so It's going to be about just this clarity, right? And this being able to see so clearly that we can just go, no, I'm not falling for your distraction. I'm going this way. I'm following my heart for the first time on a level I've never followed before. It says, be the hero in your own life, right? We're done waiting for a savior to come and save us. It's time for all of us to step up and be the heroes in our own life, of our own path. Everyone has that capability. Every single person on the planet is a hero. We are all the star of our own show, okay? There are no side characters. There are no inconsequential characters. Everybody's got their mission to play. All right, everybody's got their part to play. Let me see. This also talks about transformation. I feel like they saw Freya. Yeah. So this Freya comes through this message as well. Freya is a beautiful, beautiful goddess who ferried souls to the afterlife, to Valhalla, with her chariot pulled by giant cats. Interesting that my cat is sitting here. I have to show you if I can. She's sitting in the window. Isis. Hi, honey. So yeah, she was in and out, and then she finally stayed in the window. So, oh, come on, my light kind of. Okay, we're at an hour, so I don't want to keep you too much longer, Aquarius, but that is your story unfolding in the next 4 weeks. And I hope it makes sense. I hope it resonates. If you feel like it would resonate with anybody that you know, please share. Also watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. This is only the second reading I'm getting out, so you might have to wait a little bit, but I'm trying to do one a day. But it is going to be the remainder of September into October. Okay, so I'm just going to go with that. I do think that this is, where was that? This 12, yeah. This Jera, let's look him up really quick since he popped out. 12. Okay, it talks about really coming into union with nature. So that, I think that's just a little side message that, all of us are really being asked to do that right now, is get outside more. No matter what your situation, we can all still go outside, I'm pretty sure. And so, however you can manifest that, even sitting out, just on the hood of your car or whatever at work, I don't care. Something to get you in the sunshine. Okay. The sunshine is important, and Gaia, whatever you can do, if you can actually walk barefoot in the grass or dirt that is not over concrete, try not to, have concrete under your feet. When you're, you can ground through it because it's just a, energy like everything else, but try to walk barefoot in dirt, in grass, in water, in natural bodies of water. So I think that's just a little side message. I also feel like he looks like, well, I can't think of his name now, but he reminds me of somebody in Hollywood. James Franco. Look at his face. He looks like James Franco. Tell me I'm wrong. That sad, concerned, brooding victim face of his. But yeah, that red hair and that, seriously, it's a very, he looks really nervous. He looks really nervous to me. And, anxiety is going to rear its ugly head now and then with everything going on. Nothing soothes anxiety and worry and fear more than lying in the grass, more than connecting with Gaia. Okay. The barefoot in the grass is huge. Barefoot in the water. If you have like a lake or a river or a pond, a natural pond, okay, even a man-made pond will work. Step in the water with your bare feet. Do that as much as you can. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to keep going. He is Earth, which is interesting. He is Earth. So of course, more Gaia energy. I'm trying to think if I want a final card. I think I do. I'm going to pull a final card from the Sacred Traveler, and then we're going to call it. Give me a final card for Aquarius, please. Just help us wrap this up nice and neat. In their highest good, always. Okay. And it told me to do the third one in. in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. You guys, it's not going to be as hard as you think. It's not going to be as painful as you think. It's not going to get as bad as you think. Okay, I'm already seeing that. I do these collective forecasts for my empath ritual product that I am part of with 4 of my soul siblings. And I do the monthly tune-in and the forecast. And it's not just me too. If you watch other people on YouTube that have pretty big followings, I know I don't, but that's okay. I didn't come here for that. And so, but a lot of people are talking about it that you guys, we've already won. This is just the final test. Okay. This is the final break free. This is the final transitional phase. Okay. But we've come too far to fail now. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you are in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. I love that it's like Mrs. Claus. I feel like this is coming through as a time frame. Like I feel like by Christmas, Aquarius, you guys are going to be feeling pretty good about where the world is going. Okay. Because you're going to see through the bullshit again. Remember, you're going to see through the distraction and the illusion. You're going to realize that that's nothing. That's nothing compared to the 7 billion souls on this planet who came here to do a mission to lead the world into the new earth. Okay. Not the new world order, but the new earth, the new 5D reality where it works for everyone, where everyone is able to follow their hearts, where everyone is able to seek out their passions and have their passions be their livelihood. And where we eventually will just know how to take care of ourselves and each other and won't need any kind of currency in order to survive. Okay. We're breaking free from that too. That could be one of the things you're breaking free from, Aquarius, is this money system. It's a prison. Okay. Just remember that it's not money's fault. Don't blame money. Money is just energy. Money is beautiful. Okay. Money is your friend, but it is they created a prison using money to keep us from discovering, to keep us tired, to keep us stressed, to keep us, too busy to tune in. Okay. You're going to see through all that now. So, okay, I'm going to call it. I love you, Aquarius. The next 4 weeks are going to be transformative. Again, allow Kali to come in and help. And don't beat yourself up about that if you need a little help. Again, it's not going to be as painful as you think, because this is where you're headed. This is you coming through as this kind of spiritual warrior, but not needing to fight anymore. This is just about sovereignty. Okay. Your gifts coming through, your light shining through, divine inspiration, divine connection, and your sovereignty, your complete and total sovereignty. Okay. Man or woman. This is just coming through as just God/goddessness. Okay. So that's where you're headed. And it's going to be okay. Self-care, 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 self-care. Put you first. Okay. Be selfish. If you're taking time for you and you are ashamed of yourself for doing it, good. Because that's showing you that you have some shame around putting you first that you need to heal. Okay. And the best way to do that is to keep putting yourself first. Okay. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And realize how much nicer you are, how much less stressed you are, how much more even keeled you are, how much more grounded you are. Even people around you are going to start saying, wow, you are really different. Like, you're just so easy to be around now. And I'm not saying you're not right now, but you know what I mean? Like, your kids, your spouse or whatever, they're going to start going, wow, you are just in a really good place. And it makes me feel good because you're putting yourself first. And then they're going to learn that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You have to put yourself first. Because that's what we're doing here, is living by example, healing ourselves and having people go, I want that. And then you can turn around and teach them how to do it. But we're not here to do it for anybody but us. Okay. So the first thing we have to do is heal ourselves so that we know how to turn around and teach. Okay. Easy peasy. You got this, Aquarius. All right. I love you guys. I will see you next time. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. They're coming. I promise. I'm hoping one a day or more. And so I'll get them out. I promise. And I will see you next time. Love you guys.